Reacher creator confirms the truth about the action hero's surprising origin. Lee Child's Jack Reacher has become one of the modern day's best-known action heroes. Even more so now thanks to the hit Prime Video series Reacher starring Man Mountain Alan Ritchson as the titular nomadic Avenger. However, it may surprise you to learn that the origins of the character lie not in the likes of Arnold Schwarzenegger or James Bond, but in a literary icon known for his peerless detective skills. No, we're not talking about Batman, but Sherlock Holmes, the fictional detective created by British author Arthur Conan Doyle, who has been a staple of both books, movies, and TV shows for decades upon decades. Speaking with Men's Journal, Child confirmed that rather than the action heroes that Reacher brings to mind, the former soldier-turned-equalizer was mostly inspired by Mr. Holmes. It was a very conscious homage on my part. In Killing Floor, the first book, I did an explicitly Sherlock Holmes thing where Reacher says to Finley the cop, "I see that you're divorced and you gave up smoking in April." That was Reacher deducing like Holmes. Jack Reacher and Sherlock Holmes are more alike than you may think. Of course, while Jack Reacher is also an expert investigator, this is often masked by the show-stopping muscles. But much like Sherlock Holmes, if you look a little closer, you will notice that the character does use similar deductive skills to the great detective. Not only that, but putting things into reverse, Holmes' action prowess is often masked by his reputation as a master investigator. As Lee Child explains, if you read the original Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes is a pretty violent fighter as well. He's a street fighter. He is not just a brain. Same with Reacher, starring Alan Ritchson as the former U.S. Army military police officer turned nomad Avenger. The first season of Reacher finds the character dragged back into action when he is arrested for murder. Based on the series of novels by author Lee Child, Season 2 finds the heroic wanderer on another mission after members of his old military unit start turning up dead. The third season, which wrapped up last month, is based on the 7th book in the series, Persuader, and finds the character hurtling into the dark heart of a vast criminal enterprise when trying to rescue an undercover DEA informant whose time is running out. There, he finds a world of secrecy and violence and confronts some unfinished business from his own past. Inspiration even further, the final moments of Reacher Season 3 see the hero throw down with his muscular nemesis Polly in a watery battle reminiscent of Sherlock Holmes' battle with his nemesis Moriarty at Reichenbach in The Final Problem. While Polly is no Moriarty, the similarities are hard to ignore, and while Child neither confirms nor denies the resemblance, he does state, "I do really love Sherlock Holmes." The Reacher universe is all set to expand beyond Season 3, with the main series having now been renewed for Season 4, while a spin-off focusing on Stens Francis Neagley, a private investigator in Jack Reacher's circle, is also now in the works. For over 2 decades, Jack Reacher has stalked across the pages of Lee Child's novels like a force of nature, an ex-military policeman turned drifter who dispenses justice with the efficiency of a wrecking ball and the cool detachment of a chess grandmaster. But behind Reacher's stone-faced calm and signature brutal efficiency lies a surprising truth that's recently been confirmed by the man who created him. Lee Child, the British author behind the best-selling Reacher series, has finally opened up in full about the real-life spark that led to the creation of one of modern fiction's most enduring action heroes, and it's not what fans might expect. The unexpected spark, a trip to the supermarket. It wasn't a battlefield. It wasn't a gripping police procedural. It wasn't even a dream of justice or heroism. Instead, the seed for Jack Reacher was planted in the aisles of a British supermarket. In a recent interview, Child, whose real name is James Dover Grant, recalled the seemingly mundane moment that gave birth to Reacher. "My wife was short and needed help reaching high shelves. I'm 6'5", and people would often ask me to help them reach items too. She once joked, 'Yeah, I'd be a good reacher.' And I thought, that's it. That's the name." That offhand comment from his wife, part teasing and part observant, sparked something more than a name. It birthed a persona. Reacher. Not just a man who could reach high shelves, but someone who could reach into chaos and pull out justice. Someone with reach in every sense of the word. Built like a legend. From that humble origin, Child began constructing a character who would become larger than life, almost literally. Reacher is described as standing 6'5", weighing 250 pounds, with a chest like a suit of armor. He doesn't own a phone, doesn't carry luggage, and can dismantle 3 men with a headbutt, a knee strike, and a half smirk. And yet, despite his size and strength, Reacher is a thinker, a man of logic and observation, often quoting obscure military regulations or solving puzzles before throwing a punch. It's a rare combination that Lee Child deliberately engineered. He's a fantasy, Child admitted. Reacher is what we want to be when we're pushed too far. He's the guy who steps in when nobody else will. But even that admission reveals another layer of Reacher's origin, wish fulfillment. Not just for the reader, but for the author himself. Born from injustice, Lee Child created Reacher during a moment of personal upheaval. After being laid off from his television job in the mid-1990s, Child found himself facing professional ruin. It felt like an injustice, he said. I'd done everything right, and I still got thrown out. I wanted to write someone who could deal with that. Someone who didn't take it lying down. And so Reacher became a kind of revenge fantasy, an avenger for the everyday person. Someone who didn't need a badge or a boss to stand up for what was right. A man with his own code. He doesn't care about rules, Child explained. He cares about justice. A hero from the outside in. While many action heroes come from within the system, police, FBI, military, Reacher is defined by his absence from it. After resigning from the U.S. Army Military Police Corps at the rank of Major, Reacher becomes a nomad, traveling across America with no home, no attachments, and often no plan. It's this rootlessness that gives Reacher his mythic quality. Child's own outsider perspective likely shaped this direction. As a Brit writing about a quintessentially American icon, he approached the idea of the American hero with both admiration and analysis. Americans love the idea of a lone cowboy, he said. Reacher is the modern version of that. He's Clint Eastwood with a library card. Indeed, Reacher's intelligence is just as crucial to his appeal as his fists. He quotes statistics, solves murders, and observes human behavior with Sherlock-level insight. The blend of brain and brawn has helped him stand apart from countless other action protagonists. Alan Ritchson and the Physical Manifestation, the Amazon Prime series Reacher starring Alan Ritchson, has helped bring the character into a new era, with a physique and attitude that finally matches Child's literary vision. Unlike Tom Cruise's earlier portrayal which, though serviceable, clashed with the character's physical description, Ritchson's towering presence and quiet intensity feel ripped from the page. Alan is Reacher, Child said recently. He understands the quiet, the danger, the thoughtfulness. He's not just a fighter, he's a presence. And while Ritchson's casting has thrilled longtime fans, it also underscores the character's surprising journey, from supermarket joke to global icon. The everyman's Superman. In the end, what makes Reacher's origin so compelling isn't just the quirks or clever name. It's the idea that he was born from everyday injustice, from a man who got pushed out of the system, who wanted to push back. Jack Reacher is the embodiment of that fantasy, someone who doesn't get mad, he gets even. From reaching high shelves to reaching deep into the American psyche, Reacher's path is a testament to the power of simplicity and strength, both moral and physical. And now, with Lee Child officially passing,